we'll cover this like what is the talent, what are the products we have in this Talend ETL, and the basic for the data warehouse. Okay, so why, what is the data warehouse, what is the data modeling, and data marts type of schema. So these topics will cover in this section. Okay, right. And module 2 here it is how to create the ETL jobs. Okay, so how to create the sample ETL jobs, and how to handle the type of delimited files in this Talend ETL. Okay, so what are the like difficulties and challenges we'll face while using these delimited files, Excel, CSV, or maybe that fixed length files. So, okay, so this will cover in the module 2. Module 3 is the TMap. So we'll cover like a few other components in the TMap. So TMap is like one of the major components in the Talend ETL. Here we do this inner join, left outer join, logical expressions, and for rest of the tasks, how we can do the mapping and transformation logic. All the parts will cover in the module 3. Okay. So in the module 4, we'll extract the data from the sources. Okay. So how we can extract the data from the so suppose they given the requirement from Excel file. From the Excel file to you want to migrate the data to the CSV, sorry, MySQL. How we can do that? Okay. So what are the connections we need to take care while doing the implementations? Okay. So that is called as like connecting with the different data sources. And here we will cover the all the components, database level components, database connection, commit, rollback, how we can do the bulk insert and bulk update. So everything will cover in this module 4. Module
Okay.
5, here it is, how we can do this. Suppose if we are using the redundant logic, why we can't write our own functions? Okay, so that is we are calling as a routines. And specifically, how we can do the handling for the XML file in the Talend ETL. Okay, so we have the different components: XML input, XML output, XML map. Okay, so and we'll cover the type castings and logs and error handling mechanisms. Okay.
Yeah.
Module 6 is the data transformation. So here I will help you how we can define the context variable. So how we can pass the parameterized values to that ETL jobs, and how it's called as a data aggregation. So how we can do this min and max logic, and how to handle for this cloud level components. Suppose you want to migrate the data from REST client to MySQL database, how we can do this, and further like file list components. Okay, so this is called as a module 6, and module 7 it is slowly changing dimension. So we have different type of SRE type 1, type 2, type 3. So how we can implement into the Talend ETL jobs. Okay, so each module will give this one real-time scenario. So you have to work from your end, and we'll share all the like input source files, and we'll give you the scenario. So you have to work from your end. Okay.
Okay.
Talend module 8 is the Talend admin. So Talend ETL admin is suppose if you know the well in the Talend ETL, at least you should know the basic concept of the Talend ETL admin. Okay. So how we can deploy the ETL job to the Talend admin server? Okay. So scheduling the ETL jobs and creating the event task. Okay. So all the things will cover in the Talend ETL admin. Okay. So here any doubts, Ajay? No, right?
No. So are you going to cover like for the big data as well, or data integration?
Yes, correct. We'll cover the big data level also. Okay, yeah. So big data level, I will explain the concept logic. Okay. So first, if you know that Talend data integration, Talend base, if you know that first level of Talend ETL level components, then we'll move to the Talend big data components. Okay. So in the Talend big data components, it will come from this Hive. Okay. So and for that HDFS. Okay. So these are the components we have T-scope component. So these are the big data components. Okay. If you are using
Yes.
the big data level components, you should have that licensed server, right? So then only we can able to do the further clustering, injection, everything we can do. Correct. Okay. Otherwise we
Yes.
can't do that. Okay. So in this Talend Big Data, we have the components. You can see the section category called as the Big Data. So here we have the HDFS, Hive, okay, and the map R, MongoDB, all the components we have. So just I will go through the example how we can use the components. Okay, if you know the any
Mm.
one of the like a database level components, easily you can understand. So what is the HDFS copy, what is the list, and what is the input output row. So everything you can easily understand. Okay.
Okay. So here, the first thing I want to, since I have, close to 9 years of experience, so are you
Hmm.
going to give a real-time some kind of project so which I can show in my resume and,
Yes,
looking
yes, definitely. I will help you on this. Okay, so let's. I will show you that one example.
because, I have close to 9 years, so at least 3 to 4 years I try to put into talent.
Okay, yeah, understood, understood. Yeah, give me a minute. I will. Okay, so this is a one kind of real-time projects. Okay,
Okay.
so for example, we have one data is there. Okay, so part two data warehouse and the data visualizations will be there. Part four is the report. Okay. So let's concentrate on this data warehouse. Implement the ETL method using the talent. Extract the data source to the talent must at least have the two data sources. Transform the data based on the requirement and the analysis. Okay. So this is one type of input. We are suppose we can take any like uh, open source data sets. Okay, so based on the data set, you can implement the projects. Okay, so that is the one thing. And next steps, I will show you that talent. Okay, so this is also one real-time scenario. Okay, so we'll give you all the input files. So you can try to implement from your end. So this is a one small data warehouse project. Okay, so we'll share that all the source input Excel file. So from the Excel file, you have to work on this logic. So what are the logic I written here? You have to work on it. Okay, so then I
Okay.
implement the process. So these are the real-time scenarios. Okay, I think this
Okay.
is one. If you understand this small project, easily you can able to work with your real-time ETL projects. Okay.
Okay. And for this, do we require Java also on because it's
Uh,
Java
yeah.
only, right?
Yeah, this framework is built on top of that Java layer. Okay, so Talent is a it's built on the Java framework layer. If you know the Java, it will be like a added advantage. Okay, or it's not a mandatory if you know if you want to know that like a Java language. Okay, so
Okay.
because we are going to play with only on the SQL and drag and drop the components, which component is and what component we need to use. Okay.
Okay. And you are going to use the database MySQL, right?
Yes, yes. I will take MySQL on because that is the open source and I will use the classic model database. Okay. So because we are going to record this session, so it won't come any like license violation issues. So that is the reason we are preferring that.
Okay. And what is the duration? And
Yeah, this duration is like 20 hours. Okay. So we'll cover like all the topics. And if you want any more, we'll give this within the 20 hours, we'll cover all the topics. And if you have any other questions related to this sample ETL projects implementation, you can ask.
okay. Uh, and what are the fee and other things? Is like
You can discuss with him. He will guide you what is the like a fees and everything. Okay.
okay, okay. And is this the weekly class you have or like weekends?
I think it's prefer up to you. Like if you want to take it as a weekend, we go for weekend, or else we'll take like a daily 1 hour session. Like
Okay, okay. Okay, that I will ask him. Okay.
So here just I will show you the one small example. Okay, so let's this is like a ETL framework. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, just I'm going to extract some data from this Excel file. Okay, so into the my database, my SQL database. Okay, so how
Okay.
we can do that? One simple ETL jobs. So now I'm going to extract the data from CSV to uh, this one. Okay, so here is in the rows first was letter. So what is this? This will be a semicolon. Okay, yeah. So you can see now I get the data. So these are my fields. Okay, first name, last name, city. Okay,
Okay.
right. So this is my delimited files. It is a CSV file, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just want to like I want to see the records or maybe like some data for the debugging purpose. I'm using the TLagro, and we need to do the transformations. So we are using like a TMap. Okay. So my final output it will goes to the MySQL database. So we'll choose that MySQL. So this is the input means this is output. Okay. Right. So this is my source and this is my target. Correct. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
And the log row is to capture the log.
Yes, it will capture the log. Okay, so for our we can say as well like we can see the data. So that is the reason we are using for the like T log row.
Okay.
So you can provide your database credential details. For example, no, I'm using my localhost database. So localhost. So I have that data here. Okay, so
Okay.
let this will be a demo one customer data. Right.
Okay.
So first step, I'm extracting the data to the T log row. Just it will print the output here. Okay, I want to see as a table format. From T log row to I'm connecting to my transformation component. From transformation to my output target.
Okay.
Okay, right. So here we'll do the mapping. So on source and target. So this is my source and this is my target. Okay. So in my
Okay.
target, I don't have any like two fields. I need to make it as a only one field itself. It's called as a name. Okay. I need to do the concatenation. So first name plus last name. Okay.
Yeah. This kind of similar way of Informatica also, I think, kind of.
Yes, yes. If you know the similar, like if you know the Informatica basic, easily you can learn this.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's done. Now I'm going to run the job. Just we'll run and we'll see the preview. The data it comes here. So I'm getting one error. It is saying like customer does not exist default. Okay. So we have to make it as a create the table. It does not exist. Okay. I can see this is my TLog row. It is showing like how many number of record is there. So it is showing name is too long for the row 2. Okay. So what is it like my length defined here? It is like it's not sufficient. We need to increase. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now record is inserted. Right. So we'll go and see into our MySQL database.
So here most of the company using data integration or big data. So
They will use big data only because big data is a superset of the project, superset of the ETL product. Okay. So they will use
yes,
big data.
okay. Because the big data we have so much of concept, right? High, big, kind of.
Yes, yes, correct.
So all should be know, or it's like.
No, no, that's not a mandatory here. So there's a simple thing. So like in the regular sessions, we'll cover all the categories of the components and as well as the like configurations, all the things we'll cover.
Okay. So will you share material also, material and a recording session,
Yes, yes,
right?
correct. Yeah, that yes.
Okay.